Hello friends, and welcome back on our YouTube channel Gadget Rishi. In today's video we are going to show you the disassembly of a alpha level plate type freshwater generator or the heat exchanger, and we are doing this routine maintenance because our production on the freshwater generator has gone down considerably. So before we start the disassembly procedure, it is very important to measure and record the distance between the end plates, and we will do it at various points, basically at all the places where the long studs can be seen, the ones looking red. We will record and measure the distance, and we will keep it handy so that once we are ready for assembly we can tighten the nuts to the correct torque, or to the correct distance rather. This will prevent any unnecessary leakages and the plates will be compressed as they are right now. So first I will open the drain valve for the shell. This is to drain off any residual seawater which is still inside from the last operation. Then we remove the pressure gauge connection for the HT line. This is to make sure that there is no HT line pressure present inside, and that more importantly our valves are keeping, and the bypass should be fully open at this point of time, and both HT inlet and outlet valves should be fully closed. Next we start the dismantling procedure, that is we loosen all the nuts for these long studs. For loosening you can make use of power tools, but it is a strict no while we are assembling them back. And also be careful to loosen also in counterclockwise direction and evenly. Do not unnecessarily overexert any one side, because it can lead to bending of the plates inside. So do it in sequence, do it patiently, and do it in crosswise. Now as we have loosened, the seawater and the remaining water pressure inside, which is held between the plate gaskets, is draining. As you can see, all the nuts on these long securing studs have been loosened, and they have been loosened gradually and in a proper sequence, crosswise sequence, to prevent any undue stresses on the plates. Now we will remove the studs in order to get access to the end cover and then to the plates. The end plate has been taken back, and we will allow more draining any residual water which is still there, and once everything is drained we get access to the plates themselves. Now notice the plates, they are of two different designs and they have been clearly marked by the maker for easy identification, and so that we don't make a mistake while assembly. So one of them has this special gasket protruding upwards, as you can see. So every alternate plate will be having that, and every other plate will be without that rubber protrusion up. So these are the salts which are falling down as we are opening our plates. We'll do a in-place cleaning, and we will be doing an in-place inspection also. I am not removing all the plates outside for a detailed inspection because we need to have this freshwater generator in service soon. So in place also there is a provision to move the plates, and we can clear off the salts which have been accumulated, which are impairing our heat transfer process and dropping the efficiency of the freshwater generator. So one by one we slide all the plates, we strike it with a copper pipe, dropping all the salts. As can be seen, there was sufficient salt build-up between the plates and in the heat transfer areas. which was reducing the efficiency of the production of fresh water. So all this has been cleared now. So we continue the cleaning process, and there will be some like very hard and sticky salt deposits which have to be scraped off using this copper tubes, so that they don't scratch, but they are still very effective in removing the salt. So we check plate by plate, and we make sure whatever best cleaning we can possibly do, we will do in the limited time we have. Now pay attention to this very beautifully looking honeycomb structure, as we call it. So this is very important in making sure that the plates have been correctly assembled, so that we do not end up making a mistake by reversing the plate or missing or skipping the sequence of the plates. Now we have this front end cover. This is where all the water inlet ports are for the seawater, for the HT water, for the feed water, and all of them, they are located here. So here also the condition of the sealing or the gaskets are to be inspected, which looks good at the moment. This is the honeycomb structure again. So now we will go in the reverse sequence for our inspection and checks and cleaning as required. So while doing so, we will now be also washing all the plates with clean fresh water. This is to further dissolve and remove any salts, sticky salts on the plates, on the sealing surfaces or gaskets, making sure the plates are very nicely cleaned. As you can see, during the whole process of cleaning and inspection, the whole plates have been moved couple of times forward and aft. So this has given us the ample opportunity to inspect and look for any obvious defects on the plate, on the gaskets, any excessive salt accumulations. We inspected the forward end plate and the aft end plate. Everything looks in good condition, and now we are ready for the gasket inspection and minor repairs by gluing them if necessary, where necessary. So again, plate by plate we will be inspecting, and some gaskets, all these gaskets are held together by some sticky glue. So wherever the gaskets are coming out, we will carefully re-glue them so that they continue providing the strong seal between the two mediums, that is the hot HT water and the cool seawater. Also in the feed water. So the role of gaskets is very important, and we cannot afford to have a leaking gasket, otherwise they will cause problems. So make sure to very thoroughly, carefully inspect and re-glue them in the correct way as it's supposed to be. We have a total of 134 plates in this freshwater generator model what we are using. So all the plates will be very carefully inspected for the gaskets, and wherever necessary they will be re-glued, allowed sufficient time for drying, although we use a quick dry glue. And once everything is in order, we again push back the end plate so that the studs can be reinstalled. All the studs have to be put in place, and then the tightening sequence, strict tightening sequence has to be followed. And remember, there is a strict no for using any power tools at this time for tightening. So we do manual hand tightening in crosswise direction, and not much at a time. We have to make sure the plates are not stressed, because any abnormal stress can lead to bending of the plates, damaging the sealing surface, damaging the gaskets, and eventually when you will be putting in the water, you will have leakages. So be sure to do the tightening sequence very slowly and with good amount of patience and gradually, so not to have the problems and not to have to open again. So now we are ready. We have boxed back everything in place. We are ready to test. So I'm testing with opening the HT line inlet valve. So you saw this pressure gauge connection which was removed. It is now purged out all the air and water coming out. So I'm opening the HT inlet valve fully now. It will fully pressurize the plates on the HT water side, and I will look for any leaks. You have to check all around the plates, between the plates. Any water peeping out, seeping out is an indication of leak. And also I'll be checking the drain from the shell for the seawater side. So once confirmed nothing is coming out from the other side, then we can open the HT outlet also. So this is the drain of the shell or the seawater side, and we have to make sure no water is coming out. That means we do not have any leakage. With that we can say we did a good job. It was successful operation. We managed cleaning and removing all the salt debris, and our freshwater generator should be back in operation very soon. We hope you are liking the videos we post time to time on our YouTube channel Gadget Rishi, and stay subscribed for more such.